Greetings everyone and welcome to the Adilsons King of Games tournament, which was the Season 1 eliminatory, which was on April, with 4 rounds. So duelists will be participating so that the winner can be the King of Games of this season, where we duel them as much as possible to obtain rewards. And also the King of Games can also obtain rewards if they do have a great win ratio. So for game 1 round 1 we had dinos versus lyrilusc tribrigade, and lyrilusc tribrigade started off with a resetter stalling. And here's the level I think it was, and for the second resetter stalling, he's gonna add the level add ticket, a draw and Nipami hand. They are quite well equipped to go into Utopic Future. And then they're going to Utopic Jericho Future to then normal summon kit to go into Shafeeq. And then link summon into Ferrojit to then proc the effect of Shafeeq Archenic 1 and Kit Archenic 2. To send a tribrigade monster to a tribrigade god, sorry, not a monster, to grave, which was I think it's a trap god, which is not revolt I think. And he has Celestial in Wagtail, being summoned by Frigid, to then go into Simo, Bird of Serenity, which is legal in masterduel but DCG. And now 10 kill adding I think it was Fractal, yeah. To then go into Keras to summon the Double Dragon Load. He has buried Canary to summon back the Celestine Wagtail from grave, so that they are lucky to exceed summons for the rest of its turn to go into Ensemble and phase. And Simo will summon Apex event, but he has Kadola on the turn of the Dino player to then go into a normal Babysaurus and Super Poly into Madragon of the Swamp. Who dares go into their swamp to go into Dark Hole, blowing everything on the field. Ensemble will be chaining 2. To add Burial Canary from grave to hand, and yes, Babysaurus to summon the Oviraptor, which unfortunately gets in perm. There was no misc at the time. Well, it still has free in masterduel I think, but they did not roll into it. Either way, he has a double evolution field to go into Ultimate Contact Karanu, dealing huge shock damage, but just not enough. And now the Tribrigade will be starting off with the Burial Canary, I think it was called, to go into Ensemble Robin. And he has Robin attaching Celestine Wagtail to attack a Raptor, to then trigger the effect of Ensemble to add back the Celestine Wagtail and escape from the lyrilusc Tribrigade player because of UCT. And for game 2 we have Drytron versus the Egyptiangods. Yeah, it's quite the really fun deck for the Egyptiangods. And it seems like Drytron set Ash and Boston with another Ash on the right cycle, setting Miracles and Dustin Boston, and everyone's passing turn until he has Gamma Eltanin tributing Benton to add Diviner of the Herald, sending Arclight to then add Benton, and then going to Meteor's Drytron to summon back Benton from grave by tributing the Gamma Eltanin. Exit summon to Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal, to then send Alpha to ban, but it seems like they are quite scared of the back row, so they have to go into Zeus and phase Zeus everything away. And here's Drytron Nova on their turn to go into Zetal Diva, Alpha Thuban, summoning and adding Benton, and here's Benton trigger to add the Herald of Ultimateness. Meteor's Drytron adding back from grave to then go to Kamaltanin, tributing Benton, Benton adding the second Diviner. And he has an exit summon to move with a Hafnir to send Delta Altaris. Meteor's Drytron to go into Herald of Ultimateness. And now there is no fear of Battlefield. And now there's no fear of anything at all because of Bound the Fleur. Attacking over for a target attack, but he has Golden Slime being negated by Bound the Fleur. Getting destroyed by Golden Slime will try to activate. Unfortunately, Ultimateness with a last negate negates the only last piece of interaction from the Egyptiangod player. And that's game for the Drytron. After a few turns of bricks, they finally managed to win. And for game 3 we had Photon Galaxy versus Burningabyss, which is going on distant Phantomknights, and turn 1 setting and pass turn, we drop right on field and a Graph. Photon Sanctuary, summoning 2 tokens to then special summon Galaxy as Photon Dragon, and here's a 2 summon of Galaxy Knight, attacking the Graph, but not activating anything just yet. Here's Galaxy as Photon Lord, and pass turn, and basically adding Galaxy Expedition. And he has Tachyon Transfiguration to then go into Glacia's Cypher Blade, trying to pop the Fog Blade, which negates it. But it doesn't matter because they can just overlay once more. Or not, never mind. But they do pass on because not really much they can do. He has Galaxia's Soul Flare Dragon, trying to, I think, reborn the Galaxy Knight. He has Maxi being Shin. No, it was adding back Galaxy Knight from grave to hand. Attacking, and Boston, he has Sia being set. Galaxia needing no more summon to then reborn Galaxia's Photon Dragon. And he has Galaxy Expedition summoning Afterglow from deck. Then going to Galaxia's Photon Prime Dragon, attacking over Sia, which reborns the Graph from grave. Attacking the Graph. And he has a Photon Droplet on the Galaxias, but we have Tachyon Transfiguration, negating everything in the same chain, I think. Yep. Detaching Afterglow to boost the attack, and Afterglow will be summoning Galaxia's Photon Dragon. Attacking for 11,200 damage for well over lethal. Quite a huge punch. And for the next game, we have Adamancipator versus prankkids. I think Crystal Hacky was still legal at the time. Yes, Mew being summoned, Fancies sending pranks, I think it was, to drop C's. Dueled being summoned. Drop C's 1, Dueled 2. To add Pandemonium. And drop C's will be summoning Lamses. Activating Pandemonium to go into Rocket Ride. And then trigger the effect of Lamses, changing to Rocket Ride. Just for the sake of chain blocking. To go into Roxy's, and Rocket will be activating the effect to reborn Mew, Dueled and drop C's. Dueled will be attributing itself to add back 2 cards from grave, which are plays and Pandemonium. Activating plays to add Lamses. Using summon to power bulk. And he has Roxy's, banishing Ash to draw 1 card, and then summon the Fancies. Power bulk will be activated on the opponent's turn. In chain to the Analyzer to add back Lamses and drop C's from grave to hand to then go to a potential Battle Butler, which they will trigger right now to go into Battle Butler. And he has Fancies, Lamses and drop C's being activated to summon 3 monsters on the field. Release a Chaining 4 to boost their attacks, and somewhat acting as a chain block. Summoning Lamses, drop C's, and Roxy's. Analyzer will try to activate, but he has Maxi. Maxi does resolve. Yes, Nibiru, Denkwaseka. No, sorry, not Denkwaseka. The opposite Denkwaseka, but it's Light of Seka. And Riffing. No more summon Roxy to go into Mew. They are not the only ones to play prankkids. They drew into Blood Dragon. So he has Battle Butler, banishing Mew to Rakeki, Gigantes into Researcher and Blood Dragon, but Blood Dragon does protect all rock monsters on the field from being destroyed by card effect, but he has the Ash Blossom on the Researcher. Synchro Summon into Risen Riptide. Yeah, Analyzer, Researcher, Fire Exceed, a Doki Doki, which is nice, and Ash Blossom, summoning Researcher to go Synchro Summon into Baron de Fleur. Yes, Blood Dragon being trying to activate, but Cobalt Grave on the Blood Dragon. Baron de Fleur will try to negate the Cobalt Grave. He is successful. And so Blood Dragon will be adding Seeker, Gigantes, and Researcher from deck to hand. Seeker will be activated to then summon and excavate. Seeker, Nibiru, Orion, Guardian, and Light of Seka. Guardian will be summoned, and he has banishing creatures summon Blood Dragon to then link summon into Crystal Hakifarax, which was still legal at the time, summoning the Orion that was revealed back then to go into Risen Bragite, which only negates Spell Trap, but we have an imminent Nibiru coming up in the opponent's hand. Link Spider being summoned to then go into Risen Bragite, excavating 5 to bounce as much as possible. Bouncing all 3 monsters. Oh wait, never mind. The Guardian will be negating Nibiru, so they had to add exactly Vela and Nibiru, but they waited a little bit too much, so Nibiru doesn't get to activate and Adamancipator wins the game. Quite the a bit too greedy. And for the next game we have Stun versus Skystriker. Starting off with Nico Valley, not a glossy, not glossy, it's royal finish. Summoning Inspector Border, setting a Master Boston, and he has Engage, adding Afterburner. To add activate Afterburner, popping the Inspector Border and the Nico Valley. And he has Kagari, the new summon, to add back Engage from grave to hand. To activate Engage once more, to go into Jamming Waves to pop the MST. Terraforming first to go into Era 0, activate Era 0, and then he has Shock Cannon, presumably summoning back the summoning on their side of the field, or just punishing, never mind. Jamming Waves popping the MST, but they did not read the Era 0, so the MST popping Era 0 to then let them summon from deck a Rose. But it kind of acts somewhat fun because they may potentially add a spell either in phase 2, but yes, end phase adding multi-roll. Yes, Rico Valley on the field with a Wish of the Black Forest. Yep. And Wish of the Black Forest will be activated, adding the Fossil Dino, main 2 going to Hayate, and then Nick summon into Shizuku. 2 then end phase go. Multi-roll is negated because of Nico Valley, so they just can't really do much. Alpha Phoenix popping the Nico Valley, and his Metal Pulse Fusion, shuffling back to add to draw Foolish Battle Goods. Shock Cannon summoning Wish of the Black Forest. Multi-roll is sending the second multi-roll, and he has another Unicorn. Unicorn will be bouncing, shuffling back the Fossil Dino that was set. Wish of the Black Forest will be activated to add something. A Battle Fader. Unicorn attacking for huge shock damage, and multi-roll is setting Engage. Solemn Judgment and Fossil Dino being set, and he has Eagle Booster on the Unicorn, will change Solemn Judgment because they do not want the Unicorn to be protected from the Fossil Dino. Engage will be adding Ray, Growing Ash, and he has Fossil Dino popping the Special Masters. Ray will be activated in main phase 2 and phase. Shizuku will just add Engage, and yes, Kaiju on the Shizuku, Dogoran being summoned, attacking, and unfortunately they can just set Afterburner, and yes, Engage adding the third Ray, I think it was. Being summoned to Hayate, no need to just pop anything, just attack directly for lesser damage. Quite the the skillful plays from both players. And for the next game, we had burningabyss phantomknights versus egyptiangods, with 3 Battle Reflex time in the opponent's hand. So burningabyss will be starting off with Shinoko, setting Cobalt and Fogblade. He has one of the Metal Reflex time being activated, and he has Mount of the Bound Immortal to go into Egyptiangod Slime. And the second Metal Reflex time to go into the second Egyptiangod Slime. I think neither of them can be targeted, and here's the Wing of Dragon Opera to go into Blaze Cannon, attacking over Maxi, but he has Fogblade, which prevents the opponent from attacking over the Maxi. Oh, never mind, it's just they already declared an attack, I think, so that's how the game and rulings work. For Egyptiangods dealing 10,000 damage, winning the game. And for next game we have the lyrilusc Tribrigade versus prankkids. Starting off with prankkids plays, adding drop C's with Drone Lock, Wing Chain, and Power Stone, Lightning Storm over the place. Novel, but he has Maxi. And I do decide to take the Maxi challenge. Adding Keras, and he has Keras being summoned. To go into Hoppy Conductor. And then they're going to Mobile Sovereignty, but he has Nibiru on the Sovereignty. Throwing rocks over the birds. And Bastard. He has Polymerization to go into Rocket Ride. Drop Season Fences to be activated. Rocket Ride Ascending 3, sorry. Just to make sure that there are no Ash Blossom or anything. Yep. Ending summon of dueled. Chain 1 Roxy, chain 2 Lampseas, and chain 3 dueled. Adding a spell trap. They already have Bliss and Pandemonium, so just add the second Pandemonium. Lampseas will be summoning Fancies, and Roxy will be summoning, well, banishing out the second Pandemonium to draw 1 and summon Dropsies. Monster Reborn, summoning back the Dropsies, and now they can go into totally awesome to negate whatever they have in the back row or in the hand. And Rocket Roy will be summoning back the Lampseas and Fancies, and with Bliss adding the Dropsies, Pandemonium to go into the Battle Butler. Do then trigger Bliss to boost the attack, and we will be adding back Pranks and Pandemonium. To then activate Pandemonium once more to go into Weather Washer, so it's an Omedis cannot activate anything in the damage step. And thus, prankkids will be winning the game for well over huge attack lethal. Yeah. And for the next game, we have Dinos versus Adamancipators. Adamancipator will be starting off. Sorry, his Dino is starting off with a Misk, but it gets ashed, so. Yep. They are forced to activate the Evolution Field, banishing the Ash and the Guatless to go into Ultimate Conduct Tyranno. And yes, Monster Reborn, reborning the Ash from the grave, so they at least have a target to Bugahun. To destroy to Bugahun. And yes, a Gaslight. Hopefully drawing to something nice and draw Maxi. Analyzer will be summoned. To then go into a Crystal Dragite. Yes, Tyranno trying to book off Moon everything. Hoping the Ash. But they have the Roxys to go into Mew Mew and then Parallax Seed to continue off. Roxy will be banishing Maxi to then draw 1, drawing to Seeker. Wow. To then summon Parallax Seed, and yeah, that'll do. Drop Seed will be activated to summon Roxys. XC7 to Ground Knight. Quite the Gallant Knight. To then Rock Dragon, and yes, Unicorn to spin back the UCT. And that's probably the end of the game with Researcher to go to Access Code Talker. No need to flex, just summon slightly over lethal with a Researcher summoning the Guardian. Look, I will summon back from grave, and that's all the game for the Adamancipator player. Quite the Ash Blossom on the Misk. And one of the final games, I think it is, it was Photon Galaxy versus Skystriker. Yikes, quite the hand in the Skystriker player. So Photon Galaxy is starting off with Galaxy Soldier, adding Galaxy Knight, and Galaxy Knight is summoning back the Galaxy as Photon Dragon from grave. To then go Afterglow, summoning itself. To then go into Hope Harbinger. Harbinger or Harbinger? I think it's Harbinger. And here's Foolish Battle Ghost, which will be negated by the Hope Harbinger. And here's no more summon of Prey, to then go into Rose, link summon into Zeke, but they have the Solemn Judgment. And they are forced to pass turn. Here they go into Galaxy Cleric, to then add Afterglow, summoning the Afterglow. And then next summon to Galaxy as Prime Photon Dragon, attacking for some damage, but not just enough. Where's the Afterglow? Maxi on the Ray, and they have Rose because of how chain blocks work in the hand for masterduel, which uses the OCG rulings. The Kainer will be summoned to go and they draw to Banisher. Quite nice. And the Ragaki. Yes, Zeke banishing Hope Harbinger, and Rose will be summoning back. Will be summoned back because the Hope Harbinger was in Elixir Master Zone and left the field, so they can go into Unicorn, shuffling back the Prime Photon, attacking over the set master, the master left and last turn. But here's Ragaki, no more summon anything to go into Vanisher, and then Stylish Photon Blast, which would have been a prime target for the Veiler, but he decided not to activate anything. And Galaxy as Photon Dragon will be winning the game with the Ace Monster. And here's Drytron versus Blueeyes. I think it's Drytron starting first. Yep, with Nova. Link summon 4 into Alpha 2 to Link summon to Link Kuribo and Alpha 2 tributing the, I think, Delta dice to add Benton. No, it was Zeta Atula. Zeta will summon to add his Drytron and his Benton triggering to add Diviner. Axis summon to move with Fafnir. Sending Kamaltan in and there's no more summon Diviner. To send Arclight to add Ultimateness. And he has made his Drytron to summon the Benton from grave. Axis summon to Beatrice to most recently last was Eva. Okay, so Eva was still legal at the time, I think. I'm not sure if it's banned in Master Duel 2 right now. Kamal Tanin summoning back Afasuban from grave to add Meteor's Drytron afterwards from grave, and he has Meteor's Drytron summoning back the Ultimateness. Setting call by grave, and he has a 4 link materials to go into Appaloosa of the Goddess. During the next turn, he has Eva sent by the Beatrice and is imperm on the Ultimateness, but Ultimateness can just negate 3 times and an additional 2 more times because of Eva being activated to add the second Diviner and the third Orange Light. Well, I think third Diviner too. Lightning Storm trying to pop the Appaloosa, but he has the second out of 4 negates. No more summon Sage with Out of Blue, which gets negated by Appaloosa. Link summon the Link Kuribo, and he has Melody of the Awakening, but gets negated by the Ultimateness. Silver Scribe will try to activate, but yet again Ultimateness. Oh, never mind, he has Cobalt Grave on the Blue-eyes Driver, banishing the target, so the Blue-eyes player will be left with nothing on the field and nothing grave to activate. Except I think Kuribo on the field, yeah. But even then, Appaloosa can just negate it. And yes, the same dance from the Drytron combos. Link Kuribo, Diviner to then Synchro Summon Diva on the floor. Link Kuribo crushing all Link Kuribo. And just winning the game for well over lethal. And well over multiple negates. And that is why Eva was banned in TCG.